That clown Alto is back on the Buggy. With the newest chapter out in the One Piece manga, there's a lot of theories about Buggy's lineage, and it's got Alto thinking we've got to prove Buggy is going to be the king of the pirates. We all know Buggy isn't the strongest deck out there, but if you're having fun with this leader like Alto, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Card Conveni.
Hey everyone, today we are back on the Buggy, my favorite character in the entire One Piece universe. I've been playing a lot of Blackbeard, but honestly, playing Blackbeard is kind of scary because he has so many difficult matchups in the current meta. So it is kind of nice to kind of rely on an old faithful deck that I love that doesn't have that many bad matchups in the current meta, to be honest. It does relatively well against blue-purple Luffy. Green-purple Luffy, it does stand a chance. It is a little bit more of a tougher matchup. Decks like Blackbeard, he completely rolls, in my opinion. Also Bello Betty, who's really prevalent right now because of how good her matchups are into the Luffys. Buggy does a really good job against her, and then same thing with Zoro. So honestly, Buggy's in a really solid spot, and the deck list that I'm currently running is just up here. And I know I featured this deck list previously in videos in our Week of Buggy kind of series, and I haven't made any changes to it, but I've been playing a lot more games kind of off camera right now with Buggy, and I've been running into a bit of an issue, and it primarily revolves around one card, the 7-cost Buggy. Yes, I know, I really do love this card, and you know, especially into decks like Bello Betty and Zoro and things like Chopper, or anything that runs like relatively low cost characters that swing really early on into the games. This card is a god save, and you know, if you're not seeing it on curve, it can spell out a bunch of issues for you going into the mid game or even late game if you survive. But in every other matchup, this card becomes kind of a dead card. So especially when you're going against decks like, let's see, blue-purple Luffy, this card is not that great because of the fact that they usually run cards that are much higher cost than 3 or 4. So it does help in swarming board, but you know, when our board space is so valuable and we need characters to be able to swing in each turn to continue to apply pressure, I think that this Buggy actually has a bit of trouble, right? So I think that actually moving forward, we're going to actually get rid of this and then also get rid of the Sanji's Pilaf. So I've noticed a bit of a trend, you know, with the starter decks coming out in Japan, that people are kind of moving away from Sanji's Pilaf and working in things like, let's see, Sables, this card. And I know I talked about it a little bit before, but it works really good into green-purple Luffy, which is probably one of our more tougher matchups. It also works really well into Bonnie, which is another more difficult matchup for Buggy here. So I think that we might move in 2 of these, and then also we might move in everyone's favorite card. That's right, Pudding. So Pudding's really good into the blue-purple matchup, not just that, but also the green-purple matchup. And even for decks like mono-purple Luffy, this card can be really helpful, especially any deck that can run Gum Gum Giant is obviously a really tough deck to go against. So being able to kind of suss their hand out and seeing that they have, you know, if they're leaving Dawn up, we could do something like Gum Gum Giant. We can do Puddings to get rid of the Gum Gum Giants in their hand, especially if they leave things like 2 to 3 Dawn up. This card could be really useful because of the fact that after allocating so many Dawn, that usually means that they don't have that much counter in hand. And they're going to have to use those counter events in order to, you know, negate attacks to lead. So yeah, overall, I think Pudding just deserves a spot in the deck. I think that overall, like, there is no counterplay to Pudding. So I think that, yeah, it's just a really good card to have in hand and just, you know, kind of threaten, right? You know, being able to even use it as counter and seeing, having the opponent see that you run Pudding in your deck kind of does something to you mentally or psychologically, so that, you know, like, oh, we know that our opponent runs Pudding, so then they don't want to continue to build up their hand. They want to use cards to counter out, things like that. So yeah, I think that might be the move. We might even move in something like Love Beam into the deck as well, since we are getting rid of 5 cards. Love Beam is obviously really great. A lot of times you're gonna have two Dawn up after a game, after a play, and it obviously, you know, like towards the end of the game where you're having trouble keeping your hand size up, this really does help, allowing us to draw one more additional card, which, since this deck runs so many 2Ks, can result in an extra 2K in your hand. So yeah, overall pretty good. But yeah, I've had a lot of success with this current deck list. So if you guys don't have any of the cards that I mentioned, like, this deck list works just fine. You know, but if we kind of want to optimize the deck, I think that moving forward, we're actually going to implement those cards that I just mentioned. But for today, let's go ahead and stick to this one. I hope you guys really enjoy the matches. We've been kind of slowly trickling out videos these past couple of weeks, but that's because I kind of want to raise the quality of the videos. And not just that, but like, yeah, I mean, the meta is kind of in a weird place, in the sense where, like, you either want to go against a bunch of Luffys or a bunch of Bello Bettys, and yeah. So I'm just trying to digest everything and, you know, make sure that we're putting out as best of quality videos as we can for you guys. And yeah, I really do hope that you guys are enjoying it, because I really do enjoy playing the matches and editing the videos and putting all this content out here for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the matches. See ya. Bye.
このバラバラの能力でな。だから俺の財宝に手をかけるやつはどんなやつだろうと絶対に生かそうか。俺の財宝離さねえか。しまった、見つかった。あ？どこまでもガチ抜けると思うなや。何？派手に切り刻んでやら。
Okay, we are going against the Luffy here. We'll go ahead and go first. This hand's okay. We'll go ahead and keep. We have Alvida. I'll go ahead and put this out. I think it'll be good to grab this. Next turn we'll also do another search. We'll go and end turn there. So from what I'm understanding, or at least kind of seeing how the meta is playing out, I think that actually green-purple Luffy likes to go second. But I guess it might be kind of match dependent here. Let's go ahead and do the peak. We will grab ourselves another 2K. I think that's fine. We'll go ahead and swing 7. They have 1 up, but I really doubt that they're gonna. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and take. We'll go ahead and end turn there. Let's see what they play for 4. Probably a Searcher Zoro here. Yep. The Zojuro. But it's fine. Kind of plays into our general game plan here. We'll go ahead and resolve this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and swing 5. Get rid of that. We'll go ahead and trash 1. I don't think that we're going to use this Buggy. We'll go ahead and do this.
That's nasty.
And we will select 1 to trash here. I think it's okay to get rid of 1 Alvida. We'll end turn there. So Zojuro can attack, which is good, obviously. Oh, okay, maybe not. They're going to be able to attack here because of the stage. Honestly, the stage, I'm okay, so you guys probably know that there are bans coming out relatively soon. I'm hoping that this stage gets fucking banned, to be honest. It makes things like for black decks to remove cards like really tough. Not just that, but also like blue cards to bounce cards back. Makes it really tough. Let's go and block resolve. Okay. So we have 7. We'll go ahead and deploy here. Ideally, I would have really liked to have gotten some search, but that's fine. go ahead and do this. All right, that's what I wanted. All right, so I think we'll go ahead and trash 1. Put you out. 1 card of trash, we will trash. We do kind of need a bit of a search. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and play you out over you. We'll trash 1 for you. 1 card of trash, we'll trash you. And we'll go ahead and swing 7. Not super ideal because we do want to defend this next turn. We'll go ahead and end turn there. Yeah, so because we kind of want to get our Mihawk out, or sorry, our I guess defending wouldn't be super beneficial. We could go ahead and take this one. Okay, they do a search. Interesting. We got 1 Dawn up. So they got no return. It's pretty good, which means that we could probably defend here. Gonna be on 9 Dawn. Okay. So they do. Oh, Jesus. We'll go no blocker resolve. Cool. Yeah, no blocker resolve. Block here. I'm probably gonna toss 6 onto here. Okay, there's the freeze. That's fine. Let's see. I think honestly, yeah, we could go ahead and trash 1 here. They don't have any additional Dawn, so honestly looking pretty solid. Yeah, we'll trash 1. We'll bounce. You out. So we can go 7. And here. And then we'll go another. And then we'll go 9. Okay, we'll end turn there. We have a lot of 2K, so I'm like not super worried. Plus we got the 2 blockers, even though they're technically not active. They either have to address board next turn or we just gotta really go in. Do a little bit. Oh, okay, so we might see the Luffy here. I think we just counter out of this first one. Now they're in a bit of predicament where they have to address the board. We can resolve this one. They have potentially 3 more attacks. Both are going to be... Yeah, we'll resolve that one. Yeah, there's the Luffy. Let's see what they do here. I'm assuming they might try and go all in here. Two and a 1. We might be in trouble here. Oh. resolve that one. See what they do for 2. Okay. So they put down the blocker, no Dawn up. So I think still this is probably the... Oh my god, I messed up. It's okay. We're gonna try this out here. Go 2. Okay. Here. Yeah, I definitely messed up. I meant to use this Buggy to bounce it out. But I fat fingered it. Okay. Which means that this should go through. And then we attack here, just draw all cards out of hand. And then we're gonna finish with the Buggy. All right. GG. Even though I messed up there at the end, overall pretty good. I think that getting the Mihawks out early and then also putting it down the Buggy, it seems like they were obviously relying a lot on these Zojoros to kind of start swinging in. Let's go ahead and have a look at their trash. A lot of 2Ks. They do run the Electric Luna. I'm not sure if this is like pretty standard for green purple right now, but I fucking hate this card. Especially like when I'm playing Blackbeard, like this being able to prevent our purchases from like standing back up is hella annoying. But yeah, GG. All right, I'm seeing a lot of blue purple, blue yellow Nami. Let's go ahead and mulligan. This hand's not the best, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. We will go ahead and grab a 2K since we don't have much counter. Yeah, this is popping up a lot more than I would like, to be honest. Okay. We don't have too many options here. We're gonna go ahead and swing 8. Next turn, we're gonna do the Buggy into Mihawk. Probably get rid of this 4-cost Buggy. Right now we're running 4 of the 4-cost Buggy, which is another card that I'm kind of on edge about. It is really nice being able to, on our 4 Dawn turn, to play out something like a Mihawk, but that's kind of a best case scenario, right? Oh, they're getting counter out. Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and end turn there. Interesting. I really doubt they're going to play something for 4. Maybe if they run the Martial D Teach package here. Oh no, they played the Kikunojo. I'm going to swing the 5. We'll resolve that. Alright, so let's go ahead and swing 5. Do they run removal though? Do they run things like Red Rock? I wonder, because they will be on 6 next turn, which is a little sus, which is why I don't want to get rid of our second one here. So we'll get rid of the Buggy for Buggy and Mihawk, and then we'll go ahead and trash. I think it's okay to actually trash 1 Elvita here, just because we are most likely going to be playing out cross guild next turn. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're preventing the Kikunojo from swinging in this turn. Also, my camera is really high up. Let's see if we can fix that. Boom. Okay, that's a little bit better. A little bit better. I should move my mic down just a little bit too. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm fucking tweaking right now. Alright. Alright, they're really cooking here. At 6 Dawn, what can they play? I'm not like super familiar with blue yellow Nami. I know that Okay, they're just gonna swing big. That's fine. No blocker result. You go ahead and draw one. We can go ahead and do search here. We'll do 2 searches. Here we go. We'll go ahead and attack here. We have a lot of counter in hand, but right now I just want to pressure a little bit. I don't think that we're gonna go ahead and use our Mihawk here. Alright, they do the counter 7 just because 1 card out of hand is not enough for them, like, because they could either swing in or they could go ahead and attack into our leader. So let's not do that. And now that we have the Croc Mihawk, let's go ahead and trash this other Buggy because I'm not worried anymore that it's gonna get removed. 1 card to trash. We will trash Alvida. Let's see, we're gonna be at 9 next turn. It would be really nice if we could get ourselves we do need the counter. I'm okay with getting rid of some of this. We'll go with that. And turn. I know it was a little sus just because of the fact that those were both counter cards, but we have a lot of 2Ks, so I'm not like super worried, to be honest. Okay, they go ahead and give us a pudding. I'm okay with that. I am a-okay with that. So next turn we could do a couple card draws and some search. And I think that will put us in a decent spot. Yeah, so we'll block 2 here. Okay, so let's do this over you. We'll go ahead and grab another 2K. I think a blocker 2K would be pretty good. Turn cards. We'll do this. We could do another search here. We'll grab another 2K. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay. Grab this. And I think we could go ahead and just start swinging. I think we just swing deep here. Kind of get rid of some of their cards. We'll do 7, 7, 7. 7? No. Nah. Actually, yeah, that might be the honest option here. So we'll go. Six. Okay, that puts them at 7. That means we'll swing 7 here. Okay, they counter out. We'll go ahead and swing another 7. Give me 1 more. Then we're going to swing an 8, and the 8 should hit, I believe. I'm slamming my protein right now, by the way. Okay, yeah. As I expected, they took the 8. We're still in a decent spot. We have a lot of 2Ks. We have Alvita as well. Just in case they do get rid of our Croc Mihawk, we do have a secondary play, so I think we are gonna be a-okay. My mic's a little high. I'll turn it down just a little bit here. That was unfortunate, but it's fine. We can resolve it. Just because we could refill board. It's not too worrisome. They have no Dawn up, so they're gonna have to counter right out of hand. Let's go ahead and trash 1. We'll trash you. We'll go ahead and play you. 1 card to trash. We'll go ahead and trash the Buggy and play out Alvita. Over you. Then we'll trash you and we'll trash 1 2K. So we'll go ahead and swing 5 here. We'll swing 2 7s. Okay. 7. Okay, we'll swing another 7. We'll use our leader ability twice here. We take. Let's see, do they have trigger? No trigger. We'll trash 1. We'll go ahead and trash you. Play you out. Get rid of you. We'll go ahead and end turn. Okay, that's fine. They're leaving 2 Dawn up? No, they're gonna swing. Let's go ahead and counter out of that. They do grab 1 card. Okay, so this will be 2 cards out of hand. Okay, another 2. And another 2. Yeah, I'm not sure if this deck had recently gotten any sort of buffs or anything like that, but let's go ahead and attack the 7. Okay. And then everything here on Buggy. Okay, there it is. Oh, no GGs. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure why a lot of people are playing this right now on the sim. Not sure if it won any tournaments recently, but yeah, overall, I think that this deck is relatively strong. It has a very, very peculiar game plan. kind of just milling off of life and then kind of staving things off because they have such high card draw. I know that the Martial D Teach is also another game plan that people like to run with this deck, but yeah, GG. Okay, we're playing against a Vivi here. Let's mulligan that. Okay, they chose to go second. It's pretty good for us, which means we get to do a bit of a search here. Okay, this is a little sus. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. We do have the Buggy. The Buggy Kabaji. Alright, when attacking, give one of your active leaders 5,000 power. Give one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's go ahead and attack in here. You do need to rest that card, which is like not bad. All right, we'll go ahead and enter in there. It is one of your opponent's characters, so. Okay, let's see. Usops. They got the Usops here. Go ahead and attack 5. Go and trash 1. I think it's okay to get rid of you. I think we'll do this.
That's nasty.
And end turn. I did not want to give up one of our 2Ks there, but it's fine. The reason I put this out is because it can't get KO'd in battle, which is like pretty good, right? Like, especially with something like cost minus here, like it's pretty solid, I think. And then next turn, we're probably gonna play out our Galdino. And then with 4 Dawn, maybe they swing in with this. We'll go ahead and resolve. See what they do with 4. Honestly, they don't have too many cards in hand. Okay, they play that out. I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that, to be honest. So you do this. Go ahead and grab this. Then we will play out you. We'll do this. Okay. So we could do 5. They might eat both here. Do another 5. The question is, what should we trash? I mean, we have to trash Kabaji, right? We will trash. Yeah. 1 card to trash. Again, we gotta do Kabaji. Do you. Do this. Trash you. Go ahead and enter in there. It's a bit of an unfortunate turn of events, but I think it's okay. Because next turn, regardless, we're going to get this out. So if they do play a big body here, like it's not that big of an issue. We do have counter. So many pudding decks. Go no blocker resolve. Let's see, we're gonna be in 9 Dawn next turn. I'm honestly okay if they want to go ahead and swing into life. Both of these are still threats. I think that we just get rid of this one though. Okay. See them go ahead and swing the 6. If they swing, I mean, they don't really have too much of an option right now. Okay, they don't swing it at all. Okay. So if that's the case, we'll go ahead and trash 1. We'll trash the Alvita. We'll play this out. Here. You. Oh. Please give up. What? Why? They had the 10 cost Shanks. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, they had counter as well. But the way that I see it is, oh, wow, we had 2 buggies on life. If they were to play that on curve, right, we still have the ability to use our Croc Mihawk ability to trash 1 card to prevent a card from being removed, which is obviously very good. Yeah, they had a lot of counter, and not just that, but also some blockers are coming up. I'm assuming, you know, for this VV deck, like these Shanks are like the kind of the win condition. Oh, they also play the 8 cost Monkey D. Luffy, the Snake Man version, which is a really good card. Because you can bounce cards back. But again, I feel like Croc Mihawk prevents a lot of that from happening. So yeah, pretty good. GG. Oh goodness, we're going against the Tony Chopper. They chose to go first. We'll go ahead and keep. So we're going second. Let's see what we could do. I know that this board swarms pretty quickly, so we gotta find our 7 cost Buggy at all cost here. Hopefully we can find it. If not, we're gonna be in big old trouble. Let's go and peek. We will grab. It would be wise to get a 2K here, but I think if worse comes to worse, then we could do that play. Let's return cards end turn. Let's see what they do for 3. I'm assuming that they're going to drop the 3 cost Chopper. Overall, though, like we're just going to be taking here. Yep. There he is. Let's see if they get out another one. It might be like the... Okay, the block chop. So we have the option to either pressure next turn or swing and... Okay, we're okay, guys. We are a-okay here. So I think we'll go ahead and not waste our turn. We'll go ahead and do this. Swing here. We'll go ahead and play out our Buggy. Trash you for you. 1 card to trash here. I think it's okay to... Okay, so next turn... Yeah, well, it's okay to do this. We'll end turn. So we got a blocker. Feeling pretty good. We're probably going to swing in with this blocker next turn. Just because we have our Buggy here. And I don't think that they run a lot of removal. Oh, they play that bear. Okay, probably gonna swing 2 6s, either that or a 5 and a 7. I'm hoping that they go the 6 route. was that? Oh, -2. Okay. Okay. So is that what, 4? Is that 5? Let me resolve this one. Play out another block chop. Resolve that one. Do this and this. This is still too low to attack, so we're chilling. Okay. So we're at 6. I think we're okay to go ahead and do this. Here into here.
Nasty.
1 card to trash. We'll go ahead and trash. We'll trash 1 Alvida. I think it's okay to then get rid of some of these blockers. See if they defend. I don't see the purpose of defending there, but yeah, okay, cool. They did not. All right, let's go ahead and enter in there. Let's see. Let's see if the choppers have evolved and put in some sort of removal. If not, yeah, so we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have the ability to get our Buggy out on curve, but we could do Crocodile into Alvida, and I think that should be pretty a-okay. So I'm willing to give a 3k encounter if needed. And they give interesting. Okay, so they run the guard point, and then everything else is just low cost swingers. So they do have the reindeer version. I keep on saying the reindeer version, but they're all reindeer versions, no? But yeah. Okay, makes sense to me. GG. Okay, we're going against the Black Smoker here. Chose to go second. We'll go ahead and keep. Play you out. He will grab 2k and turn there. Yeah, bro, I think that I'm actually gonna drop one of these. He's definitely, like, I've had like so many opening hands where I had 2 of these, which is actually kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll grab you. We'll go ahead and do another search. Perfect. I do want this, but this probably makes more sense. Then we'll go ahead and swing 6. They take. So if we got a Croc Hawk next turn, we're probably gonna go down that route instead. Versus the Buggy into Mihawk. We'll do the Croc Hawk into this Buggy into this Dracula Mihawk. Because obviously removal is going to be really prevalent in this deck. Probably trash one Buggy here. Okay, they play out the Brook. We'll go ahead and resolve this one. Yeah, use Sugar. We'll grab another 2k. What do you say, Croc Hawk? No. Okay, so if that's the case, we'll go ahead and swing another 5. The problem is here that they might be able to get high enough where it might be a bit of an issue. All right, they take. We'll go ahead and trash. Yeah, we'll trash 1 Buggy for Buggy into Mihawk. Okay, it's not bad. This is still pretty prevalent. So let's see, we're on the odd curve, so we need to do another swarm next turn. I think it's okay to get rid of this. We'll go and end turn there. I mean, we could have technically gotten rid of our Dracula Mihawk. Would have left a little bit more offensive options. Let's see what they play here. Maybe a Tashigi. I could definitely see that card coming out. Okay, they do Sengoku, which could result in a Tashigi. Okay, they're throwing away 2Ks like no tomorrow, bro. If they swing high here, I'm okay with taking. Let's see. They're really cooking here. But yeah, this actually it might be my first time seeing the Brook come out in this deck. Obviously a really good card. Obviously really goes with the theme of the deck of removal, but luckily we have ourselves our 7-cost Buggy. We just need to be able to protect this now. Okay, we'll go no blocker resolve. It's fine if they get rid of this. Okay, they don't. It's pretty good. We'll go ahead and swing 5. Okay. Swing 7. Again, kind of an issue that we didn't see our Crockhawk here. Okay, we got a couple cards out of hand. Oh, they did have the Tashigi, but they chose not to play it. Alright, we'll do this. Into this. Trash you and get rid of an Alvida and turn there. So I'm expecting a lot of removal to happen this turn, which is kind of unfortunate, but maybe we should have kept the Alvida, to be honest. Just because we could go ahead and play out Alvida and then into a Buggy. But we'll see. Right now, all of their cost reduction needs to come out of hand. Outside of this Monkey D Garp, so. -1. I mean, these are relatively high cost characters, so. Which is obviously the nice thing. See, 8 Dawn, maybe Garp. If not, though, if they do spend a lot of Dawn on like things like Laboon or whatever it may be, I'm okay with that. Just because we could swing into them, plus we also have other options here. Okay, there's the Tashigi. Okay, I'm Maybe we'll just bounce that one next turn. We'll resolve it. Okay, so we have 9 in total. Let's go ahead and swing in here. They're running relatively low on resources as well, which is obviously very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and swing another 5. Let's go ahead and swing E7. Maybe block here. What do you say, boss? Let's go, let's go. I think honestly they should probably get rid of their blocker here. But unless they have like a super epic play of getting rid of a bunch of stuff here. Okay, they just eat. That's fine. What we'll do here is that we'll go ahead and play you out. Use your ability. We'll get rid of one Mihawk for Mihawk. We'll go ahead and trash you. And then at this point, we'll go ahead and trash. We need counters, so I think that we honestly just get rid of this since we're down to 1, and I don't see too many issues happening there. We'll go ahead and end turn there. 2 life, we have a decent amount of counter. Not just that, but we also have a blocker, which is obviously very nice. If they're unable to get rid of anything on board this turn, so if they play out something like Kuzan, should be okay. Yeah. Okay, here comes the Labuni. Set 2. Still can attack. So they're gonna have to waste a lot of Dawn here, which means that they don't have another blocker. Okay. Rebecca. Oh, I like that play. That's pretty fun. The on play. We'll block 1. Okay. So, I think we just go for game. They have 2 blockers. We could do 8. I just kind of want to suss out what they have in hand right now. Then 2 9s and a 12. Okay, yeah. We should have this in the bag. Yep, there it is. And they do play the Kuzans, but this one becomes a little bit more tough because we still had the Buggy on board. Similar to this one. This one does do on play -4, but if they don't have the means to get rid of it, it's going to be really difficult. But yeah, GG. And we didn't even have to play the Croc Hawk. And usually the Croc Hawk is like death for these kind of decks, for removal decks, but since we were able to swarm boards so efficiently, yeah, turned out pretty well for us. GG, my friend. See ya.